Have you ever thought about how stereotypes start, or how they affect people in everyday life? Well, we're going to look at one way stereotypes affect a specific group of people. Black actresses have come a long way since the beginning of film, but stereotypes were in place even before then. Minstrel shows are one of the key reasons there are black stereotypes in popular culture today. They originated in the 1820s during the time when anti-slavery activism was beginning, and used blackface and stereotypes to make fun of African Americans for entertainment. The men came out wide-eyed with big lips and baggy clothing. They butchered their language to attempt black dialect, but ultimately reduced their language to childish nonsense. Eventually, minstrel shows became so popular that kits were industrially produced so anyone could put one on. This further solidified the stereotypes because soon everyone was seeing the inaccurate portrayals of African Americans. The growing popularity of minstrel shows also led to other people groups being targeted. Soon American Indians, other immigrant groups, and even women were included. Here you can see the Jezebel stereotype of African American women. Jezebels were described as alluring, beguiling, tempting, and lewd. They were shown as being very sexually loose, the exact opposite of white women, who were always shown as models of self-respect, self-control, modesty, and sexual purity. Mammy was another common stereotype of African American women. She is characterized with a heavyset frame, large bust, and matronly appearance with an apron and kerchief on her head. These stereotypes soon carried into plays and eventually film. In fact, the first African American to win an Academy Award was Hattie McDaniel. She won in 1939 for her role in Gone with the Wind. Hattie McDaniel played the role of Mammy in Gone with the Wind and earned praise from the majority of black film critics who had become critical of her continued subservient roles. In fact, McDaniel made a name for herself by playing the roles of servants and maids in dozens of films. Over the course of her career, her roles continued to improve from the derogatory black stereotypes she received in the beginning. And though some were still very critical of the role she played, McDaniel said, "I'd rather make $700 a week playing a maid than earn $7 a day being a maid." She made a name for herself and helped pave the way for future black actresses. From Hattie McDaniel receiving her Academy Award in 1939, no black actress received an award until 1990 when Whoopi Goldberg won for her role in Ghost. Whoopi eventually became one of the leading ladies of Hollywood and was invited to partake in events such as hosting the Academy Awards. Let's take a look at her entrance in 1999.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our host, Her Majesty, Whoopi Goldberg.
Whoopi Goldberg was born Karen Johnson and grew up in Manhattan's Chelsea projects. She's a former drug addict and is 3 times divorced with 1 daughter and 3 grandchildren. But even with all of that, she became one of the most successful black actresses of film. Whoopi's first major role was as Celie in The Color Purple. The role earned her a Golden Globe and a nomination for an Academy Award. The character of Celie is a poor black woman who marries a man because he needs someone to care for his children and keep the house. Celie's father makes her marry him because she's ugly and won't get another marriage proposal. Her husband beats her throughout their marriage until she finally stands up to him and makes a life for herself. Whoopi's role in Ghost earned her an Academy Award, making her the first black actress to receive this honor since Hattie McDaniel in 1939. Whoopi plays the role of Oda Mae Brown, a medium that can hear the voice of a dead man who needs her help. Her character is very strong-willed and spunky, but with a softer helping side. In The Associate, Whoopi plays the very strong female role of Laurel Ayres. Laurel has worked at a prominent financial firm for years, but never seems to get the promotion she deserves. So, instead, she starts her own financial firm. But even still, she doesn't have great success until she creates a fictional partner, a white male. This fictional man becomes extremely influential, and eventually Laurel has to tell everyone that he's not real. But in the end, they all accept her and she becomes very successful. Whoopi Goldberg is one of the most successful black actresses of our time. She has broken the mold of stereotypical roles for black actresses and has helped change the industry. Throughout her career, she has earned 2 Golden Globes, 1 Oscar, an Emmy, and a Tony. She is one of very few actors in all of Hollywood to do this. Whoopi Goldberg is the only black actress to be twice nominated for an Academy Award, but there is a chance that that could soon change. Viola Davis was nominated for Best Supporting Actress for her role in Doubt featuring Meryl Streep, and now there are rumors of a possible nomination for her role in The Help. Viola Davis is known in the industry to be extremely hardworking. She takes even the most simple line and makes it extraordinary. Though she only had 12 minutes of on-screen time in Doubt, she was nominated for Best Supporting Actress because her scene was truly unforgettable. Davis's role in The Help is of a maid, but she is much more than that. She works to get the other maids the recognition they deserve while showing the cruel treatment they receive from their white employers. Davis did receive some pressure from the African community for taking the role of a maid, but this role is said to give her a second Academy Award nomination, making her only the second black actress to do so. Davis's role in The Help is her biggest role yet, and though the role of being a maid may seem redundant, it is far better than what has been seen for decades. The roles of black actresses have come a long way from being primarily of maids and servants, but there's still improvement to be made. Even still, actresses say there is usually an annual role that is fought for. But still, we can celebrate the hard work of these women and the changes they have made in our society.